And it turns out that he's hanging out, going to mass every Sunday, which is quite odd because I think from all accounts, he wasn't very religious before. But as I've said in a short video a little while ago, a few months ago, that sometimes when people all of a sudden go to jail or prison, they become quite more religious magically. They start finding God in prison. All that time, they weren't very spiritual. They weren't very religious. Then all of a sudden, when they go to jail, they become this most godly person. It happens to everybody practically. It seems like everyone who goes to prison, everyone who goes to jail, all of a sudden becomes much, much more religious. Something also is probably not very surprising with Bryan Kohberger. If you've seen any of the footage of him walking to court and in court and being transported, is that he's quite stone cold in his facial expressions and quite stone cold in his demeanor, and doesn't, flinch, or tries not to flinch at least, when everyone in the jail tries to either nag him or ask him a question or give him a little bit of help for committing the worst murder, in that whole county in many, many, many years. It's kind of surprising to me, at least, that the media didn't try to get someone caught with a misdemeanor in that county, in Latta County, Idaho, just to try to get an interview with Bryan Kohberger. I'm kind of surprised that hasn't happened yet, but maybe they did try. You just wouldn't know about it if it was a fail. And then also what we're hearing from people in the prison is that Bryan Kohberger likes to watch himself on TV. He likes to watch his media coverage and hearing what people are saying about him. Apparently, they can choose to watch one station and everyone has to watch the same thing. And I think the guards decide what everyone watches. And apparently, he's quite interested in his own case. And Bryan Kohberger, obsessed with his case, seemed to align very closely with what I mentioned on my main channel before Bryan Kohberger was arrested as the suspect. And that was that the person that committed these types of crimes is likely in the chat, watching all the videos, watching all the coverage, and knows about what's going on. And part of the reason why is because there's a lot of hubris thinking that, hey, I got away with it. Additionally, what kind of tactics that he can employ to keep himself out of jail, and stay away from the police and keep them at distance to see where they exactly are in the investigation.